Hello guys. Welcome back. How are you? Let's talk about something that quietly controls your opportunities, your relationships, and even your confidence. The way you speak. Not grammar, not big vocabulary, not perfect pronunciation. The way you sound when you speak. In real life, people don't analyze your grammar. They react to your energy. They respond to your clarity. They decide in seconds if you sound confident, unsure, calm, stressed, trustworthy, or nervous. And here's something important. Most English learners think fluency means speaking fast. It doesn't. Most learners think confidence means using difficult words. It doesn't. Most learners think they need perfect grammar before they open their mouth. They don't. In this video, we're going to fix something deeper. We're going to train how you sound. Because in the US, UK, Canada, Australia, people value clarity, calmness, and confidence more than perfection. And while you're learning how to communicate better, you're also improving your English naturally just by listening. So stay with me. Listen carefully. Notice the rhythm. Notice the tone. Notice the structure. This is not just speaking practice. This is presence training. Let's begin. Imagine you walk into a room. Before you finish your first sentence, people already feel something about you. That feeling comes from three things: your speed, your tone, your structure. Let's break this down in a simple way. First, speed. When someone speaks too fast, what happens? It feels rushed. It feels nervous. It feels like they're trying to prove something. Fast speech sends a hidden signal: I'm not fully comfortable. Now imagine someone speaks slightly slower. Not slow like a robot. Not dramatic. Just controlled. That person feels calm, stable, in control. And control creates confidence. Try this. Instead of saying, I just wanted to say that maybe we could discuss this later. Say, I think we can discuss this later. Short, clear, controlled. That already sounds stronger. Now let's talk about tone. Tone is emotional information inside your voice. You can say the same sentence in 5 different ways and create 5 different impressions. For example, that's interesting. Say it flat, it sounds bored. Say it sharply, it sounds sarcastic. Say it warm, it sounds curious. Say it relaxed, it sounds confident. In Western cultures, especially in professional settings, a warm but calm tone builds trust quickly. Not loud, not aggressive, not overly excited. Just steady. Now here's something powerful. People don't trust perfection. They trust authenticity. If your tone sounds forced, rehearsed, artificial, people feel distance. If your tone sounds natural and relaxed, people feel connection. That's why we're practicing this way. By listening, by absorbing, by noticing rhythm. Now structure. This is where most learners make a mistake. They build long, complicated sentences because they want to sound intelligent. But clarity sounds intelligent. Listen to this. I was thinking that maybe if we consider all the possible outcomes, it might potentially be beneficial for us to evaluate this option. Now compare that to. Let's review this option carefully. Which one feels stronger? The second one. Short sentences feel decisive. Long, unclear sentences feel uncertain. In English-speaking countries, especially in business culture, clarity equals competence. If people understand you easily, they assume you are smart. If people struggle to understand you, they assume you are unsure. Now let's move into something deeper. Silence. Many learners are afraid of silence. They fill every gap with, you know, like, actually, basically. But silence is not weakness. Silence shows you are thinking. Silence shows you are comfortable. Silence shows you are not desperate to fill space. Try this in conversation. Someone asks you a question. Pause for 1 second. Then answer. That tiny pause makes you look thoughtful instead of reactive. Now imagine two people in a meeting. Person A answers immediately, fast, long, and messy. Person B listens carefully, pauses briefly, then responds in a short, clear way. Who feels more professional? Usually, it's person B. Not because they know more, but because they communicate better. Let's talk about emotional control. When something unexpected happens in conversation, maybe someone disagrees with you, what do? Many learners panic. Their voice changes. Their speed increases. Their structure disappears. But confident speakers stay steady. Instead of reacting emotionally, they respond calmly. Instead of, no, that's wrong, that's not what I meant. Say, I see your point. Let me clarify what I meant. Notice the difference. One sounds defensive, the other sounds mature. Maturity in communication is extremely attractive in Western cultures. Now think about everyday conversations. At work, at a cafe, on the phone, during networking, during interviews. You don't need advanced vocabulary. You need emotional stability in your voice. You need organized thoughts. You need relaxed delivery. For example, instead of saying, I'm very sorry, actually I didn't really understand what you were trying to explain. Say, sorry, could you explain that again? Clear, respectful, confident. Now let's shift to presence. Presence is when someone feels fully there. Not distracted, not overthinking, not trying too hard. When you speak, look at the person. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Let your voice sit lower, not high and tight. High tight voices often signal anxiety. Lower relaxed voices signal calmness. You don't need to fake a deep voice. Just breathe before you speak. Breathing lowers tension. Lower tension improves tone. Better tone improves impression. Everything connects. Now imagine you are in an interview in the United States. The interviewer asks, tell me about yourself. Many learners panic and start talking fast. Instead, try this structure. Start simple. Stay organized. Keep it human. I've been working in marketing for 3 years. I enjoy problem solving and teamwork. Recently, I've been focusing on improving my communication skills. Short, structured, clear. That already sounds professional. Notice something important. Confidence is not volume. Confidence is control. You don't need to dominate the room. You need to feel stable in it. And stability comes from practice. That's why listening to natural rhythm again and again changes your speaking automatically. Your brain starts copying patterns. Your mouth follows. Your confidence increases quietly. Now let's go one level deeper. Energy. Some people enter a conversation with heavy energy. They complain. They criticize. They bring tension. Others enter calmly, balanced, open. Guess which one people prefer? Positive energy does not mean fake happiness. It means emotional balance. Instead of, everything is stressful. Say, it's been busy, but I'm learning a lot. That one shift changes perception completely. And perception creates opportunity. In professional environments in the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, people choose to work with those who are emotionally steady. Not dramatic, not chaotic, not defensive. Steady. Now here's something powerful to remember. You don't need to impress everyone. You need to feel comfortable with yourself. When you are comfortable, your voice relaxes. When your voice relaxes, your words flow. When your words flow, your confidence grows. English fluency is not just language. It is emotional training. The more you expose yourself to real spoken rhythm, the more natural you become. You don't force fluency, you absorb it. And the more you practice speaking slowly, clearly, and calmly, the more people respond differently to you. They interrupt you less. They listen more. They respect you more. Not because your English is perfect, but because your presence is strong. Now let's move into real-life examples of how this plays out in different situations and how small adjustments completely change how people see you. Let's continue. Situation 1. Work meeting. Your manager asks, "Can you update us on the project?" Weak response sounds like this. "Yeah, actually we were kind of working on it and there were some issues, but I think maybe by next week it should be fine." That sounds unsure, even if the project is fine. Now listen to a stronger version. "We've completed phase 1. We're currently fixing a few minor issues. It'll be ready by next week." Short, structured, calm. Same information, different impact. Now situation 2. You disagree with someone. Weak reaction. "No, that's not right. That's not what I meant." Stronger response. "I understand your point. Here's how I see it." See the difference? One creates tension, the other creates respect. In Western professional culture, especially in the US and UK, disagreement is normal. But emotional reaction is not respected. Calm disagreement shows maturity. Now situation 3. Networking event. Someone asks, "So, what do you do?" Weak version. "I'm just working in a small company, nothing special." Never reduce yourself. Instead say, "I work in a small but growing company. I focus on improving customer experience." Simple. Positive, confident. You're not lying. You're framing correctly. How you frame yourself changes how people value you. Now let's talk about interviews again. Most candidates think they need to sound impressive. But interviewers listen for clarity and self-awareness. Instead of long complicated answers, try this structure. Past, skill, result. For example, "In my last role, I managed social media accounts. I improved engagement by 30%. Clear, measurable, strong. No extra words, no nervous filler. Now let's talk about phone conversations. On the phone, people cannot see your face. They judge you only by tone. Smile slightly when you speak. It changes your voice. Even if they cannot see you, they can hear warmth. Instead of saying flatly, "Hello," say, "Hi, this is Jay speaking." Friendly, professional, present. Now here's something very important. Stop apologizing for everything. Many English learners overuse sorry. Sorry for asking. Sorry for speaking. Sorry for interrupting. Sorry for existing. Use sorry when necessary, not as a habit. Instead of "Sorry, can I say something?" say, "I'd like to add something." That sounds confident without being rude. Now let's talk about social conversations. If someone asks, "How's it going?" don't overthink. Simple answers work best. "Pretty good, thanks. Can't complain. Busy, but good." Natural, light, comfortable. Over-explaining small questions can make you look anxious. Now let's move to something deeper. Internal dialogue. How you speak to yourself affects how you speak to others. If your inner voice says, "My English is bad. I'll make mistakes. They'll judge me," your outer voice will tighten. Replace that internal script. Say, I'm improving. I can communicate. Mistakes are normal. Confidence starts inside, not outside. Now let's talk about pacing in storytelling. When you tell a story, slow down at important moments. Speed up slightly during simple parts. Pause before key points. That rhythm makes you sound engaging. Monotone kills attention. Controlled variation creates interest. You don't need drama, just awareness. Now imagine you are teaching something. Don't rush through it. Break ideas into small parts. Like this. Short sentence. Pause. Next idea. That makes people feel guided, not overwhelmed. Now something powerful. People respect speakers who respect themselves. Self-respect shows in straight posture, relaxed shoulders, steady eye contact, controlled breathing, clear sentence endings. Do not fade your sentences. Finish them. Instead of trailing off. So yeah, I was thinking maybe. End clearly. So that's what I recommend. Complete thoughts signal authority. Now here's a key rule. Less is more. Clear beats complex. Calm beats loud. Structure beats speed. Presence beats perfection. If you master these 4 principles, your spoken English will feel natural. And more importantly, powerful. Now let's bring this together. Fluency is not about sounding like a native speaker. It's about sounding comfortable in your own voice. When you speak slowly enough to think, when you structure clearly, when you control your tone, when you allow silence. People listen. Not because you are perfect, but because you are grounded. And grounded speakers feel trustworthy. That's what opens doors. Jobs, opportunities, relationships, respect. Now before we end, remember this. Don't practice only words, practice delivery. Listen to natural rhythm daily. Shadow sentences. Record yourself. Adjust speed. Reduce fillers. Simplify structure. Small improvements compound. Over weeks, you'll notice. Your fear decreases. Your pauses feel natural. Your tone becomes steady. Your confidence becomes visible. And people start reacting differently to you. That's real progress. If this training helped you understand communication on a deeper level, then keep practicing with me. Like this video, share it with someone who wants to improve their spoken English, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next powerful session. We're not just learning English here. We're building presence. And that changes everything. Let's continue deeper. Now we talk about thinking speed. Many learners say, "My mind goes blank." It doesn't go blank. It freezes because you are translating. You think in Hindi, then convert to English, then check grammar, then speak. Too slow. Instead, train yourself to think in small English chunks. Not full paragraphs. Small chunks like, "I think, in my opinion, one reason is, the main problem is." These are thinking bridges. They give your brain time. Now imagine someone asks, "Why do you want to move abroad?" Instead of panicking, use a bridge. That's a good question. One main reason is growth. Another reason is exposure. See, you are building step by step, not jumping. Now let's talk about filler words. Common fillers. Actually, basically, like. Remove them slowly. Not by force, by awareness. Replace filler with pause. Pause is powerful. Silence feels longer to you, but normal to others. Strong speakers use pause. Nervous speakers use fillers. Now body language. When you speak, don't look down too much. Don't move your hands randomly. Don't shake your legs. Ground your feet. Relax your shoulders. Move hands only to explain points. Controlled movement equals controlled energy. Now tone variation. If your voice stays same level, people get bored. Add slight rise when asking. Slight drop when finishing a strong point. Example. Weak. I think we should try something different maybe. Stronger. I think we should try something different. Notice the ending drop. It sounds decided. Now storytelling practice. Use this structure. Situation, problem, action, result. Simple formula. For example, last year, I struggled with public speaking. I used to feel nervous. So I started recording myself daily. After 2 months, I became much more confident. Clear, real, human. Now something important for you, Jay. Since your audience is USA, UK, Canada, they prefer natural tone. Not over dramatic, not over formal. Speak like you are explaining to a friend. Warm, calm, confident. Don't rush the hook too long. Start strong, then go straight into value. Now let's practice live style. If someone says, "Your English is good," don't reply, "No, it's bad." Instead say, "Thank you. I'm still improving." Accept compliment. Add humility. Balanced. Now conflict situation. Someone interrupts you. Instead of getting irritated, "Let me just finish this point." Polite, firm. Or, "Just one more sentence." Controlled response shows maturity. Now let's talk about daily practice plan. 10 minutes listening, 10 minutes speaking, 5 minutes recording, 5 minutes reviewing. Small daily action beats long irregular practice. Consistency builds comfort. Comfort builds confidence. Confidence builds fluency. Now mindset shift. Stop asking, "Is my grammar perfect?" Start asking, "Is my message clear?" Communication greater than perfection. Native speakers also make mistakes. But they keep flowing. Flow matters more. Now breathing technique. Before speaking in public, inhale slowly for 4 seconds. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6. This calms nervous system. Calm body equals calm voice. Now eye contact trick. When speaking to group, look at one person for one full sentence. Then shift. Don't scan rapidly. Slow eye movement equals leadership energy. Now imagine you are explaining something important. Slow down 10% more than normal. When we slow slightly, we sound confident. When we rush, we sound unsure. Now here is a powerful line to remember. Clarity creates confidence. The clearer your thoughts, the calmer your delivery. And the calmer your delivery, the stronger your presence. Let's go one level deeper. Your identity matters. Stop saying, "I'm trying to improve my English." Start saying, "I'm building strong communication skills." Identity shift changes behavior. When you see yourself as a communicator, you practice differently. Now advanced tip. Use contrast. Instead of, "Many people feel nervous," say, "Many people feel nervous, but confident speakers feel prepared." Contrast keeps attention. Attention keeps retention. Retention grows audience. And that is important for you. Now imagine camera is recording. Don't speak to camera. Speak through camera. Visualize one real person. That makes your tone personal, not robotic. Now let's go even deeper. Your speed is not the real problem. Your fear of mistake is the real problem. When you fear mistake, your brain goes into protection mode. Protection mode kills creativity. So what do? You allow small mistakes. Small mistakes don't destroy communication. Silence does. Now understand this clearly. Fluency is not fast English. Fluency is smooth English. Smooth means no long breaks, no panic face, no overthinking. Just steady flow. Now practice this mindset. Instead of thinking, what if I make a mistake? Think, what if I express clearly? Shift focus from error to expression. That shift changes everything. Now let's talk about response control. When someone asks a difficult question, don't answer immediately. Buy time smartly. Use thinking phrases like, let me think about that for a second. That's interesting. I've never thought about it that way. These are power delays. They sound intelligent, not confused. Now structure your answer in 3 parts. Point, reason, example. Example. I prefer working in a team because collaboration brings more ideas. For example, in my last project, teamwork helped us finish faster. See the clarity. Simple structure. Strong delivery. Now emotional control. Sometimes when speaking English, your voice becomes smaller. Why? Because you are unsure. So practice speaking slightly louder than your comfort zone. Not shouting. Just 10% louder. It forces confidence into your body. Voice controls presence. Presence controls perception. People judge confidence from voice first, not grammar. Now let's talk about micro-confidence. Micro-confidence means winning small moments, speaking one full sentence clearly, finishing your thought without stopping, holding eye contact for 1 extra second. Small wins build big confidence. Confidence is built, not gifted. Now energy management. If your energy is low, your speech becomes flat. Before recording or speaking, move your body for 30 seconds. Shake arms, roll shoulders, deep breath. Activate energy physically. Energy affects voice tone instantly. Now here is something powerful for content creators like you, Jay. When you speak to US, UK, Canada audience, keep sentences short, clear, natural. Avoid too many complicated words. Simple words, strong delivery. Instead of, utilize opportunities. Say, use opportunities. Instead of, furthermore. Say, also. Simple language feels modern, not textbook. Now let's talk about hesitation patterns. When you feel stuck, don't stop fully. Continue with something related. For example, you forget one word. Replace with simpler word. Don't freeze searching for perfect word. Flow greater than perfect vocabulary. Always remember that. Now mental rehearsal. Before important conversation, visualize yourself speaking calmly. Visual rehearsal trains brain. Athletes use it. Speakers use it. You can use it. Imagine. You are speaking smoothly. People are listening. You are breathing calmly. Your brain cannot fully separate imagination from reality. So use that trick. Now let's talk about confidence posture. Chest slightly open. Chin neutral. Not too high, not too low. Shoulders relaxed. When posture changes, mindset changes. Try this right now. Sit straight. Take 1 deep breath. Say slowly, I speak with clarity. Feel the difference. Posture influences tone instantly. Now next level tip. Stop apologizing unnecessarily. Don't say, sorry my English is bad. Even if you think that. Replace with, I'm still improving. That sounds strong. Self-respect reflects in speech. Now let's talk about rhythm. Every strong speaker has rhythm. Not robotic. Not rushed. Sentence. Pause. Sentence. Emphasis. You don't need fast English. You need controlled English. Controlled speed feels premium. Now one mindset change that will transform you. You are not practicing English. You are practicing communication. English is just a tool. Communication is the goal. When goal is clear, practice becomes meaningful. Perfect. Now we close this the right way. Strong, clear, memorable. Now listen carefully. Everything we discussed today, speed, tone, structure, pause, presence, body language, mindset, none of it requires perfect grammar. It requires awareness. That's the difference. Most people try to improve English. Very few people train communication. And communication is what creates opportunities. You don't lose chances because of small grammar mistakes. You lose chances because of nervous energy. Because of unclear structure. Because of rushed delivery. Because of low presence. Fix those, and everything changes. Now imagine 6 months from today. You walk into a room. You don't rush. You don't panic. You don't translate in your head. You listen calmly. You speak clearly. You finish your sentences. People don't interrupt you. People pay attention. People respect your tone. That version of you is not far away. It is built daily. 10 minutes listening. 10 minutes speaking. 5 minutes recording. 5 minutes reviewing. Consistency builds comfort. Comfort builds confidence. Confidence builds fluency. And fluency builds opportunity. Remember this line. Clarity creates confidence. Confidence creates presence. Presence creates power. You don't need to sound American. You don't need to sound British. You need to sound comfortable in your own voice. That's real fluency. And if you apply what you learned today, slow down slightly. Use thinking bridges. Replace fillers with pause. Finish sentences strongly. Control your tone. You will notice something powerful. People start reacting differently to you. They listen more. They interrupt less. They take you seriously. Because your energy feels stable. And stable energy is rare. Now one final reminder. Stop saying, "I'm bad at English." Start saying, "I'm building strong communication skills." Identity changes behavior. From today, you are not an English learner. You are a communicator in training. And communicators improve daily. If this session helped you think differently about speaking, then don't just watch. Practice. Replay parts of this video. Shadow the sentences. Record yourself. Improve 1% daily. And if you want more sessions like this, where we train real spoken English for real-world situations in the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, make sure you like this video. Share it with someone who needs confidence in speaking. And subscribe to this channel. Because here, we don't just teach English. We build presence. We build clarity. We build confidence. And step by step, we build a stronger version of you. I'll see you in the next training session.